Good morning. It's Friday morning, June 27th, 2025, and it's time for your morning walk with me, Sophfronia. Did you hear about I think it's called the Don't Care Club or the I Don't Care Club? There's an article about it in the New York Times this week, and it's really fun and cool. This woman on TikTok and Instagram basically just starting a list about how in her menopausal life that there are just things she doesn't care about anymore. And it's inspired women to list and send her lists of what they don't care about. I think that's fun and fabulous. I keep listening and looking at these lists though, and I have to say I keep thinking about, okay, so now what do you care about? And I'm curious to hear that. A few years ago, I wrote an essay for a book, featuring a similar group of women. And I think my essay was kind of along the same lines, except I wasn't saying that I don't care. I was saying I don't have time for this. There are things I just don't have time for. I don't have the brain space, and it shouldn't be taking up my brain space. And why? Why don't I have time for this? Because there are things that I want to be doing. I wanted to be waving a wand and spreading glitter at the Christmas Carol play where I was playing the Ghost of Christmas Present. I want to be driving my son to Boy Scouts and talking to him about his next camping trip. I want to be focused on my next book. There are just other things that I want to be doing. And I think that if you don't focus on those things, to think about what you do care about, you lose track of why you don't care about these other things and how not caring leaves you space for the things that you do care about so that you can revel in those things that you care about. Because as hard as this time in life is, we got to run for the fun stuff. We got to run for the things that we do care about. And I don't want to put a but in there and say, well, yeah, you don't care about this, but, because I think this is one of those instances where it's not a but it's an and, right? I don't care about X, and I care very deeply about Y. Letter Y, not WHY. I care about getting out here and walking. I care about talking to you. I care about being in touch with my friends. I care about thinking about how I want to be in the world, right? And when I'm thinking about that, the things that I don't care about don't get in the way. And really, it's not even a big part of my thinking. They kind of fall away on their own. But I can see how it helps to express it, right? To put it out there and feel solidarity with others so that you're not feeling alone. That's important too. And so is focusing on what you love. Now, I know I sound like I'm such a Pollyannish person. that I want good things for you. And it's hard to be always in a space of thinking about don't and can't. My daddy used to say can't do is dead. Because he knows that the energy stops at a certain point. I encourage you. They're running. I encourage you to keep the energy flowing. Ride on the wave of what you do care about. Make that list too. And I'm not just talking about a gratitude list, because gratitude is important. And maybe the same things will be on those lists. What you care about is what you're grateful for. But what is the thing that moves you? What is on the list that you get up for every single day? Let that be your driving force. I'm going to keep walking. I hope you have a lovely weekend. I'll see you again soon. Bye.